Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the ADS 360 Sprint Car Series. Limaland Motorsports Park this evening. Limited number of drivers for whatever reason tonight. Oh, let's shut that off. For whatever reason, small amount of drivers. Seems like that's a Wednesday thing lately. But nonetheless, these guys are going to kick it off here in about 3 minutes. They are getting the track worked in, going to have their qualifying, and then a couple of heat races. We'll go straight to our feature. Bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. It's going to all be over pretty quick, so don't go anywhere. Don't miss anything. First show tonight, rained out, unfortunately, for the Dirt Slingers 410 series. They had a second rain out of the season, so they're going to evaluate how they're going to proceed with that series, and we'll see what happens with it. We'll keep everybody apprised of the situation going forward. Don't forget about tomorrow night, Elite Industries 410 Wingless Series, 8 o'clock Eastern. I believe Zach Krieger will have the call on that. I have not heard anything different. I know sometimes things crop up for Zach with his school stuff because Zach is still a high schooler. So if that changes, you'll have me for tomorrow night's festivities. Either way, you can see Sean Stevens, quickest in this practice session. I see Miles Jansen, Cody Olson, Trevor Royer in here. Larry Moody's in here. Hello, Timothy. I know Tim and the boys are over in St. Louis getting ready for the Gateway Nationals. They always tune in when we go live. Everything kicks off for them, I believe, tomorrow night. They'll start having practices and different things around. So make sure if you're in St. Louis that you drop by. If you are going by to see them, send him a message. Let him know you're coming. John Helms. This is American Dirt Series. Been going on for a number of years. I don't know if it's always been a Wednesday night thing or not. I know on Fridays they do something with late models. So we don't cover the Friday shows. Just about 60 seconds to go until we light the fuse on this thing and get it kicking. And they are going to let the last few seconds of the practice session run out. If you're around on Sunday, Midwest Dirt Series, they are back with their Street Stock Series on Sunday nights. 3 or 4 weeks into this thing. I think they took off for the holidays. But they are back in action this Sunday. And then about 8:30-ish, the Down and Dirty Outlaws. Second to the last round for them. They have 2 more races. And I believe the fans elected Williams Grove for their show Sunday night. So make sure that you tune in for that. But it is time for us to move on to qualifying. We will get ready here in just a moment for that. We'll try to watch as many cars as we can for you. As they get ready to roll out. Oh, let's go see. Miles Jansen is on track. Let's go watch Miles. Boy, that car just looks angry coming out of turn number 4 right there. I don't believe that is going to speed his time up at all, but we'll see what he posts here when he gets around and jumps across the start-finish line. Heinberger, 12:21 for quickest. Jansen, 12:29. Lap 2 for Jansen. We're going to go watch Trevor Royer here in just a second. Lap 2 for Jansen. Quickest, 11:75 for Miles Jansen. Trevor Royer 12:02 for Royer. Here comes Matt Grimm. Grimm streaks across the line. Grimm goes to second quick, 11:83 on his first lap. He'll go around and stay on the bottom for his second and final lap. And Grimm's second lap, a little bit slower, almost same identical time. Cody Olson, the Dirt Co Media House, number 6 on track. Cody had 2 pretty solid there. We'll see what he does. Coming through 3 and 4, and he was 5th quick on his first lap. His second lap, going to time him in, and he'll move up to 3rd quick within 11:94. Steve Lindell, Larry Moody just rolling out, so we'll jump to Moody here in just a second. Lindell 8th quick. That lap 12:21, so about a half a second off the pace. And his second lap probably going to be a little quicker. Nope, same time. So we'll watch Larry Moody. Right through the middle for the 73 machine. And Moody was 3rd quick on his first lap at 11:94. His last lap, identical time, down to the 1,000th. So 3rd quick for him. Cameron Pritchard. Let's go see what Pritchard can do. Pritchard's been on a tear for a while. Pritchard goes quick time, 11:72, and immediately shuts it down. Going through turns 1 and 2. Didn't need to do anything else. He was the final qualifier of the session, so he did not need the second lap. So 11:72, 11:74. And we'll get ready to go down and look at our starting lineup in heat number 1 of 2. It will be Cameron Pritchard on the pole, Matt Grimm to the outside. That's the 21 and 91 respectively. And then the 6 of Cody Olson inside row number 2 next to Trevor Royer. Royer in the 90. That's the red and white car. Your third and final row, the 26 of Sean Stevens inside. And Lance Heinberger will drive the 9 car, and he'll start position number 6. Oh, not you fools again. Is that right? I mean, it's just a big circle. That place is a big oval with a giant concourse. How can they screw that up? All right, lights off on the pace truck. They'll go under the starter stand. He gives them the 1 to go signal. We'll get ready to go green out of turn number 4. First of 2 heats. Yeah. 6 cars in each. Everybody's going to the feature. They are just racing for their starting position. And then 30 laps for tonight's A main as we come out of 4.
Green, green, green.
Heat 1 underway. Everybody through 1 and 2 fairly clean. As we come through 3 and 4, Pritchard. Olson was up to second, but Grimm staying right there on his outside. Here comes Trevor Royer. Royer up on the lip and now gets trapped in behind the traffic jam of almost 3 wide right there. Here comes Stevens. Stevens started 5th in this thing, and he's trying to take second away from Olson. Good race down the backstretch. Second and third, Cody Olson, Sean Stevens, the 6 and the 26. Royer not giving up on the high side. Stand right up around the lip, keep the momentum up, but he's going to stay 5th for the time being. Matt Grimm is tucked in behind Sean Stevens. They run 3rd and 4th. Everybody staying hot on the heels of Cameron Pritchard. Pritchard trying to win the heat race and start on the pole for the feature. See if he can add a 3rd win to the season for that 21 machine. And he makes a mistake up on the top side. Olson pulls alongside. We're coming to 2 to go. Down the front stretch, Pritchard by a nose that time. Can Olson find some speed coming off the bottom down the back stretch? Olson finds the grip. And Olson will get to the white flag first. Will he get back for the checks? Royer now in the mix, runs third. But your front two side by side. Pritchard goes to the top shelf. Olson around the middle. Pritchard snatches it right at the line. It's a 0-0-1. Wow, what a race. Pritchard steals it from Olson. Olson was second. Royer was third. That's going to be your first three cars on the inside row for the feature tonight. Great race right there. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for heat number 2. Miles Jensen, the 35, on pole. Next to Larry Moody. Moody in the 73. Preston Dalton, the 15 car, inside row number 2. He'll be next to Josh Whiteman, and Whiteman drives the 24. And the final row on the back, the 214 of Steve Lindow, and he will be next to the 99 of Patrick Coluccio. Oh, so they're constructing. Okay, well, that makes some sense. Just over a quarter mile, 0.27 miles. The distance around Limaland Motorsports Park. As they will make the final parade lap, the 1 to go signal from the starter stand. Is it the whole building or just like certain parts of it, Tim? Because it needed a facelift, I'm not going to lie. I mean, that place has probably only been there for 50 years. I mean, the St. Louis Cardinals football team back in the 70s used to play in that building, I think. All right. Pace truck in, green flag in the air. Miles Jensen immediately goes catfishing. He goes straight to the bottom. It is a battle between Moody and Dalton for second. And Moody's going to find a little momentum off the bottom. Almost gets into the back of Jensen. Had to check up pretty hard right there. He is now going to clear himself. Moody closes right in on Jensen. Puts himself in second. Then Dalton's in third. Whiteman is fourth. It's a pretty good gap back to Lindow and Coluccio. They're battling for fifth and sixth. And now here comes Dalton. Goes in the middle. Tried to cut to the bottom. Couldn't get underneath and move Moody up off of the spot. Now just goes up to the wall on the right side. Looked like it drugged the wall. That right rear looked like it drugged the wall all the way around the top of turn number 3 and 4. This time keeps it out of the fence. I don't doubt that a bit. 2 to go this time for your leader, Miles Jensen. Out of turn number 4. Moody second. Dalton, Whiteman, Coluccio, and Lindow in that order. And Miles Jensen gapping the field now. Not like the first heat where everybody's right on top of each other. Jensen is running away with this thing. He's under the white flag. We're going to come around and catch the checks, and heat racing for the evening will be over, and it's going to be Jensen winning the final heat. Moody second, Dalton third, Whiteman fourth, Coluccio fifth, and Lindow in that sixth and final spot. You know, most old downtowns are like that, though. They're one way. This street and then the opposite way the next street, and back and forth and back and forth. It's more of a pain in the butt than it's actually worth. Oklahoma City's been that way for years, and they are slowly starting to change that. Thank goodness for economic improvements. The guy's going to get a couple of minutes of warm-up. While they do, let us take care of paying a bill or two. When we come back, feature time. righty, back just in time. Let's run down the lineup for tonight's 30-lap AMA. Cameron Pritchard, Miles Jansen, the front row, both heat winners. It's going to be Cody Olson, Larry Moody in row 2, Trevor Royer and Preston Dalton, your third row, Matt Grimm and Josh Whiteman in row 4, and then Sean Stevens and Patrick Coluccio making up that fifth row. In your final row this evening, Lance Heinberg and Steve Lindau. Only 12 cars. Should be a quick one. A lot of racing room here, and this track race is so fast for how small it is. These guys are going to get around here and get out of this thing pretty fast. We'll see who the top 3 are. We'll talk to them at the end of the night. Oh, y'all better jump on that. Somebody better respond to that, man. All right, lights off on the pace truck. Green flag in the starter's hand, up in the starter stand. Out of turn number 4. Cameron Pritchard and Miles Jensen. This should be a good one. Green flag into the air as they streak into 1 and 2, and Cameron Pritchard instantly grabs the top spot. It's a battle for second. Olson is right there. Jansen is right there. Trevor Royer was down the bottom. Royer got the butt, swung around. He lost the ass into the car. And he's lucky he didn't get hit right there where he was at, but he did get himself into trouble. The red and white car right in the middle of the screen right there. The number 90 going to lose the right rear a little bit. Oh, he caught that tire. Did not see the car hop up right there. So, yeah, he put the left front up against that tire buried in the infield, and it upset the car, threw all the weight onto the right rear, and he lost control of the machine. Got it spun around, kept it going. No one hit him, so he'll drop to the tail. With Pritchard, Jansen, Olson, the top 3, then Moody, Grimm, Stevens, Whiteman, Heinberg, Dalton, Coluccio, Lindau, and Royer all the way in 12. We'll see what kind of progress Royer can make through the field. Still 27 laps to go. Double file them back up, get them ready to restart. Boy, you guys aren't paying attention to the chat on the Facebook at all, are you? Green flag in the air. A restart. Lap number 3. Jansen and Olson almost have contact back here. Grimm, he is in a 3-wide battle with Moody and Stevens. Stevens already up in the penthouse trying to go right around the top. Use all that momentum, and he's up to 3rd now. He's going to be making a challenge here now. Not anymore. Lost a little momentum out of 3 and 4. Olson pulls alongside. 4 wide out of turn number 2. That was Dalton on the very bottom. Moody was in the middle. Olson was in the middle. And Stevens was on the top. Now Stevens grabs the 4th spot away. Matt Grimm really working the 91 car nicely down on the very bottom of the track. Ooh, Dalton really tried to throw it in there and tried to move him up the hill. It didn't work. Yeah. I always take free shirts. I'm saying. All right, caution is out again. As we get ready, go back and take a look at this President Dalton. Dalton was flirting. He was flirting with disaster anyway. That's the black car with the yellow numbers on it right there. Kept putting the left front up on those tires down the inside. He goes in here, does it again. Oh, he got the left rear up. He's lucky he didn't tip the car over right there. So, 2 cautions, both of them. For the same tire in the same spot with almost the same incident, but definitely the same result. Pritchard leading it from flag to flag right now. Jansen, Stevens, Grimm, Olson, Moody, Heinberger, Royer, Whiteman, Lindau, and then Dalton Coluccio. As Patrick Coluccio had some kind of problem, took the car to the infield. They looked it over. They sent him back on track. They said, work your hands, not your mouth, driver. All right, green flag back in the air. Another restart. And once again, Pritchard straight to the top. Jansen follows in his footsteps. Stevens is going to go for it on the short slider now, right across the nose of Jansen. Second place changes hands, in third place may be up for grabs now. With Grimm on the bottom, Jansen loose off a 2. He gives the spot up. So Pritchard, Stevens, Grimm, then Jansen in fourth. Royer now up to fifth as he worked around. And the short slider on Olson right there got past Cody. The 6 car starting to fade a little bit all the way back to 6, and he's got company. He's got Moody down on the bottom and Whiteman trailing in right behind. We're going to go to the battle up here for second, third, and fourth as it was almost 3 wide. Stevens now has second cleanly. It's a side-by-side battle for third with Grimm and Jansen. Out of 2 down the back stretch. Grimm by half a car. There you go, Tim. Got a lady in the house for the free T-shirt, buddy. All right, halfway coming up. 16 to go, going to be 15 when we come around the next time. Still Cameron Pritchard way out in front of this thing. 1 full second. Sean Stevens second. Miles Jansen, Matt Grimm, Trevor Royer, your top 5. And third, fourth, and fifth. Battling hard. Hey, Tim, the lady would like his shirt. Can you take care of that? Do you need me to send her to your page or you want me to come to mine? And then I'll give you the info. All right, Pritchard still out front now, 1.5. Seconds out front, almost 1.3 or 1.75 for a second there. He went over the 1.7 mark. Closes up a little. Looks like he lost some momentum. Stevens now going to be in a battle. Here comes Royer. Royer got around Jansen. These two really starting to get at each other. Royer up top. Jansen right on the bottom. Jansen really backs the car down, getting it into 3. But he's got all that grip on the bottom. I'll have her come to my page. Amy, come over to the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Send me all of your info, address, size, and we'll make sure Tim gets it by the weekend. And when he gets back from St. Louis, he'll take care of you. Coming around, going to be inside, 10 to go, and Pritchard is absolutely Gandhi on this thing. 2 seconds out in front. Stevens has now worked himself cleanly into second, but he's got company. Here comes Trevor Royer. Royer with a late charge through the field. Big slider, easy crossover. They're going to have to go right back at one another here. 7 to go for Pritchard. Watching the battle for second, third, and fourth as looks like Jansen's still in this thing, but here comes Royer. Royer late to the top side there in 2, and that's always going to open that door back up for the guy coming down the hill. Pritchard stroking the field now. 2.5 seconds as these two still going at it down the backstretch. Royer, another slider up the hill. He is trying to time that so he makes Stevens have to make a decision. Meanwhile, these two battling. That's letting Miles Jansen close in. And once again, through 3 and 4, that time side by side. Not enough of a run. Here comes the 2 for 1. Miles Jansen tried, and I think he's going to lose it on both sides. Right back to these guys, and that opens things up for Royer. Can Royer get up there in the sticky? No, and Jansen gets into the back of him. 3 to go. Pritchard coming out of 4. This is going to be the 2 to go signal from our starter. 3.25 seconds as the battle's still going on. Now that's settled down now. Royer got the car too far out of shape. So I think you're going to see Pritchard is under the white flag. They're going to finish pretty much like they're running right now. unless somebody has a problem. But Cameron Pritchard coming out of 3-4, and he's going to win for the third time this season in the series. He will go flag to flag. Stevens was second. Royer in the third spot. Where's Frankie at, Tim? I don't have a problem saying hi to somebody. But where's Frankie at? So that we know. Oh, white man. Oh, let's see. I'll just wait for the boys to start showing up in the waiting room. I know Trevor will be along shortly. Ah, okay. Cool. Well, I hope Frankie's watching then for sure. And congrats to the champ. There we go. Now we got him. Let's get him in here and talk to him. Trevor Royer, you got a copy?
Yep, I got you, Roger.
Well, dude, you put up a heck of a battle there. You and Sean really going at it, and then you guys let Miles get back into that deal. And ultimately, I think that's what ended up costing you a good shot at finishing second tonight. But tell us about the feature and the podium run here.
Yeah, caught a tire early and made my job way harder than it had to be. But I was able to get back up towards the front there and was sitting behind Miles. And once he got racy, I was able to get around him. And when I got to Sean, I just couldn't stay ahead of him. And I was just watching Cam get further and further away. And I'm like, man, I'm watching the wind go away. And then I knew we were just slowing each other down. And Miles threw a 2-for-1 and got back in the mix. And then I threw a 2-for-1. And honestly, the podium could have went to any of us three that were racing there for second, third, and fourth. Could race to Sean, race me clean, Miles as well. I really can't complain on a podium after a race like that.
No, fantastic run. Even with the limited field and the early incident, a great recovery for you. I'm sure you got a few shout-outs before we let you get out of here tonight.
First, Cody for putting this deal on, American Dirt Series, and you, Roger, and the Dirt Racing Network for putting on the broadcast. My team, Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, 19 Designs. Everybody watching, hope we put on a decent show for y'all. I had a lot of fun. I'm sweating, so hopefully it was enjoyable, and I'll see y'all hopefully again soon.
All right, thanks for chatting with us, and we do look forward to seeing you back on the track very soon, sir.
Thanks, Roger.
Trevor Royer finishing in the third spot. And we will go move on. Let's grab Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens, you got a copy?
Sure do, mate. How are you?
I am good, man. Heck of a battle you had going on there with Trevor Royer tonight. Tell us about that battle and this second place finish.
Look, yeah, she's definitely slick out there tonight. I didn't want to come off the top and hit the low line, try and lose a bit of momentum there, but, I just kept hitting up high. Doing them slide jobs were, they were fun. They're always fun. But, yeah, hats off to top three tonight. It was a good battle, and to stick it up there and hold it there all night, definitely a battle.
Yeah, you and Roy are battling. Let Cameron Pritchard run away from you guys. It's got to be a little bit frustrating because you guys stayed close together until you started battling. How do you get yourself out of something like that where you can start focusing on the guy in front of you and quit worrying about the guy behind you?
Just keep a cool head, know where you want to go, and, easy on the throttle, and, things end up happening for you. But certainly was a battle doing them slide jobs on one another. What can I say? It was a good race.
All right, man, I'm sure you got a few shout-outs, some thank yous for everybody that's on the car before we let you get out of here and celebrate a great run tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give a shout-out to everyone at Wyobi Racing, CNC Race Designs, LCJ Carpentry, Catalysm Computers, Stingray Rock Tools Australia, and also I'll give a shout-out Speed Factory. All
right, man, thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you back real soon.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
Sean Stevens finishing second. Now we can move on. And this fella right here, he spends just about as much time in my broadcast booth as I do over the last, 5-6 weeks. I think this is about his 860th win since October the 1st. But Cameron Pritchard, you did it again, buddy. How'd you do it tonight?
Just stay smooth, and just got amazing crew guys and just tell me, how the track was. And we made a lot of changes there. Dean helped me with a lot of changes there and just changed everything, just them changes just made the car so smooth. And when the marbles went away in the middle, the top just came in. So just all in all, just great all night long, dominated the heat. Well, it didn't dominate the heat, but got lucky with the heat there and qualified good and was able to just, run away with it here.
I was going to say the heat, everybody was pretty tightly packed in your top 4 or 5. I know everybody likes to start at the front. So when you can hear those guys off to the right, off to the left, and you're just trying to win the heat, what are you going to do to dig down and find enough to get there so you can start on the pole for the feature?
Oh, I just made a big mistake of going up to the top and just let him get it on the inside there. So I really had to hammer the top. I should have just stayed in the middle and kept grip, but I just ripped the top. I knew 3 and 4 was a little bit better on the top, so I was just hoping I'd get a push forward in the last corner, the last lap. So I was able to get that and start on the pole, which was very good. So we didn't have to pass any cars or lap anybody or anything like that.
Well, we know you've done it often enough. You're getting pretty good at this, man. Your list of thank yous and shout-outs, and we'll let you celebrate another in a long string of victories.
Yeah, Falcons Brothers Trucking, Track and Trail Power Sports, Redline Race Designs for the awesome wrap on the car, and Flow Racing for coming on board, and Dean and just the whole Dirty South crew over there. Just everybody over there, Dave, Dean, Greg wasn't here tonight, but everybody on there just supports so much, and we just help each other so much. Thanks to Dave for spotting and telling the guys what the guys were doing behind me in the lap time, so I was able to keep calm and able to lead the whole race and get away. So just thanks to all them, and especially thanks to Dean for just working so hard on the setups. He just works so hard for us to go fast, and just got to appreciate all them guys over there.
All right, man. Well, congrats on another great win, and we'll look forward to seeing you back Sunday night.
Yeah, thank you.
Cameron Pritchard picking up the win. Amy, you can go to the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page. Send me a private message, and I will pass all the info to Tim. Need address, T-shirt size, all the pertinent stuff, and we can pass it along. So thank you for asking. All right, let's look at the results for this evening. Pritchard wins it. Stevens was second. Royer third. Jansen a close fourth. Grimm was fifth. Olsen sixth. Seventh to Dalton. Heinberger eighth. Whiteman ninth. 10th was Lindau. 11th Moody. And Coluccio rounded out the field. Short field tonight. Quick race. Short show. Congrats to Amy for picking up the Tim Sims T-shirt giveaway. Congratulations to the top 3 for their wins tonight. Fun series to watch. Wish more cars would come and race with these guys. I know they were having a little bit bigger fields a few weeks ago, but it seems like every league right now in iRacing, the car counts are starting to dwindle a little bit. Had a little powwow with my admins this evening, and we were all talking about the same thing. Going to try to find a way to pump the car counts back up. But I definitely appreciate all the fans tuning in, guys. Thank you for sitting through tonight. Thanks to Tim for everything that he does for the racing community. I know they're over there in St. Louis right now and got the simulators all set up. Make sure you go by and see them. Big supporters of everything that we do here at the Dirt Racing Network and DSRL, and just about any league around right now. And when Tim's around, they're always getting something because he's just one of those people. He gives the farm away every chance he gets. So you got to appreciate people that are willing to do that. They're few and farther between than they ever were before. And in order to keep those kind of people around, we got to make sure that we acknowledge them. So a big thank you to them. Thanks to everybody that supports Dirt Racing Network and all of these great series that we get to cover. I know tomorrow night Zach is supposed to. He says he's going to cover so far the Elite Performance Industries 410 non-wing sprint cars. That's 8 Eastern. Make sure you tune in, say hi in the chat. You never know. Tim might be back watching that one too. I know he's a big part of that group over there, so he might be back again. Otherwise, For Dominic Santina, Zach Krieger, Cody Olson, and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network, we appreciate you guys watching. We know you can watch it anywhere you choose to come here and watch it. We can't tell you how many times that that makes us feel good and keeps us doing what we're doing. So thank you very much for that.